Alright guys, welcome back to Defensive Games. Today I'm kicking off something special, a classic games let's play series, and we're starting with a real blast from the past, Pax Imperia Eminent Domain, released all the way back in 1997. Now get this, when this game came out I was only 17 years old. Even at that age I was already completely obsessed with video games, so much that I knew without a doubt I wanted to work in the industry someday. Now fast forward and here I am actually working as an environment artist in the industry. Pretty wild, right? I already have a few games I want to also play in the future in this series. I'm happy some of them even work. You know, I had some technical difficulties with this one because as you'll probably see, the resolution is not that great. The aspect ratio is what it is. But yeah, I had to stretch out the footage. Anyway, let's see how the visuals and design choices hold up nearly 3 decades later. So let's jump in and discover what the 70-year-old was so hyped about. Who knows, maybe we'll find some lost gems that deserve a comeback. I'm sorry for the quality, it's not my it's not my video or anything. It's just that I play a game from 1997 or something. It's called Pax Imperia Eminent Domain. This is one of the first 4X games I've played ever. It's not the first one, but sadly I can't remember the actual first game I played from this genre. And I felt like looking for an old game and I stumbled upon this one. I bought it for $1 and some change on GOG. So yeah, again, I apologize for the resolution, but it's something, you know. Let's see the game, shall we? So we start a new game. Right from the bat you can see all the races you can choose from with this cool animation and sounds. We go vanilla because we are boring like that, but let's look at the design because this is cool. By the way, you'll probably not see anything revolutionary in here in 2025, but for 1997 I believe all of this is pretty cool. In the first section right here you have, of course, the atmosphere. Here you can select what you can breathe, you know, and we'll keep it on oxygen because, as I said, we are humans, we are vanilla. For this next one, yeah, you can select very powerful traits. Yeah, this one for example, it's anaerobic. You can have no atmosphere. Basically you can colonize whatever the hell you want, you know. And a lot of these, actually all of these things affect what you can colonize and what you can't colonize, at least without the research. Because if I remember correctly, at some point into the game you can research stuff, so you can mitigate some of these, you know. Not everything, of course. I mean, you will not be able to have this ever, but still, yeah, you can. For example, I remember this very vividly. You can mitigate the temperatures. For example, you can end up colonizing very cold or very hot planets, which is huge, you know. Anyway, after this you have these other perks or traits or whatever you want to call them. They give you different bonuses and stuff, but they all take points. You have from the start you have 10 points, and as you pick some of these and increase these, of course the pool of points decreases, and when you reach 0 you need to accept or change points. It's a pretty robust and cool system. And from what I can see, these guys, the humans, have no points in anything, but have some boosts in all the characteristics, you know, research, production, I don't know about that, bro. Construction, espionage and finance. In 2025 I feel this is like this all over the globe. It's not all over the globe, I'm sorry. Here you can increase the research levels. Basically you increase the speed of the research, I believe. No, the costs, look, it tells you right there. let's go. The default, I believe, is fewer stars and a lot of opponents, something like this, and I advised against it because if you keep it like this, you'll have your neighbor right next to you and they will spam colonize everything, you know, and I don't really like that kind of gameplay, to be honest. I like the slow, methodical one. And here you have the difficulty, of course, which ranges from 1 to what, 5. I'll keep it at 3, computer opponents 3, it's whatever. So yeah, let's actually go. Okay, with minus and plus you can change the speed of the game, as you can see right there. I suggest you go straight to 0 from the start. I'll quickly go through these menus before we start actually playing. So this is the planet surface. Here you can see, what the hell, why is this? Okay, never mind, we go to the planet surface again in a second after we colonize a planet. Here you can see all your fleets, which is, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. You can upgrade a fleet or scrap a fleet. This is very, very powerful because when you end up being spread all over the galaxy, it's easy to manage your fleets from this screen. And you can also have the shipyard list, from which you can obviously build ships and stuff. So yeah, it's a very cool thing. With this arrow you go back to the previous one. Sadly, I didn't figure out a shortcut for that. Wait. I'm an idiot. So the shortcuts are F1 through to F9 or something. F9 is the battle. This is the battle screen. Yeah, cool. Let's go. So F1 is this, F2 is the solar system view. We'll come back to this in a bit. F3 is the research tree, and this is very cool. And it has all these tabs, all these categories: weapons, shielding, ship, colonial, and space. And you have a total of 100% points, obviously, and you just allocate whatever the amount you see fit in each of these categories, you know. And if you want to focus on colonial, for example, you decrease from other areas and you can just boost it, you know, and it will finish way faster. It's a pretty easy system. Now, this is one thing. The other thing is, in each of these, basically this is like a tech tree, you know. You have at any given time certain options. For example, I don't want to research getting laser, even if it's good. I mean, you want lasers and railguns and energy and projectile weapons working in tandem, if I remember correctly. But anyway, let's say I don't want this, I want this. I double click it and I start researching this one. If you come back to the previous research, you see it keeps the percentage, so you don't lose anything. And you can do this for each category, you know. In some of them you have more options than others, and as you research stuff, that will unlock more and more options. And now, as you can see here, you have these 25,000 points research. This, of course, is 25 times more than the battle station one, and as you can imagine, this will take ages to develop, so be warned, you know. At the beginning, I suggest you do the cheaper stuff, because you'll have way more research capacity and speed by the time you should start researching this. So this is why I'm saying focus on the cheaper stuff first, actually more useful stuff. Even though this is useful, I wouldn't do it first. You'll need a couple of games until you make a build, if you wish, a pattern. Because of course there is the best way to do stuff and the worst way to do stuff, and yeah, you'll mess it up in the beginning for a couple of times. These are very important at the beginning. I suggest you go for the population. The game already starts you with that, so that's nice. Let's decrease this and increase this and this because we want it balanced. I don't care about, I don't remember any builds and stuff. Anyway, so this was F3. On F4 you have what? This is the fleet list, whatever. Okay. On F5 you have this empire map. You have your planets tab. Yeah, this is the planets thingy, in which you will see all your colonies, and yeah, you can scroll through them, you can filter them. It's pretty freaking good, guys, if you ask me. And of course, this is your annual income, and you can decrease the research and stuff. This is cheap right now, but it will increase as the game progresses. So you need to keep an eye on this, because even if you build too many ships, for example, your upkeep will dry your income and you'll get into negative. And yeah, I don't remember what happens, but it's not good. This is on F5. On F6 you have diplomacy screen. We don't care about that, to be honest, right now. Yeah, we will revisit this after we meet one of these guys. Here you have the planetary view. Yeah, I will take a look at this again after I colonize a planet. On F8, so that was F7, and on F8 you have the ship builder. This is again straightforward. You have the scout. At the beginning you only have the 3 default ships you can build, and they are a scout, of course. This is the damage, I believe. Then a destroyer. As you can see, it's better, more damage all around the ship, more hit points. It's like 4 times more hit points, and you have double the strength basically. And then you have the transport ship, and this has no shields, no defensive systems, but has a class A colonizer, 1 unit, and that's cool, you know, because with these guys, with these little guys, you basically colonize planets, you spread the love throughout the universe. And on F9, oh, by the way, you can design ships, but again, this is for later. Because now we don't have any research done, we don't have any armor, hull upgrades or weapons or anything. We are at the default. We can't build anything better than what we were given. So, awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Yeah, that was it, and this is the battle screen. Now I'm in the corner of the screen, right? So this is our way. This is Al-Nilam. Okay, to reach Saptori, I guess we reach Saptori from this one. You can't see the next system. You basically can't see this system. I mean, it's called Cancer. Holy. You can see an unexplored system, so I need to send one of my ships there. Let me check first. Yeah, I can't even... What? Yeah, I can't even select those guys. So, yeah, I guess. Accepted. Let's go, everyone. Accepted. We increase the speed a bit. Yeah, there are my ships. Good. Look at this. This is mediocre. What's the difference between wealth and population? Let's take a look at our home planet. This is abundant. This is X7 multiplier and 40 population, which is very good. But I really need to colonize something, because look, see, I can't even jump further than this, because in the beginning you have weak engines and you can't jump more than one system ahead of your currently colonized system. So either way, I need to colonize this planet, even if I hate it. Let's move closer. Accepted. Yeah, so accepted. I can move. Okay, and I failed with something. I wanted to build another transport ship, but I forgot. Yeah, I suck. As you can see, let's go to the planet's surface. I want to show you what's going on here. If I remember correctly. take anything I say with a grain of salt because I didn't play this game in ages, 30 years or something. Here you have these presets, and this is everything you have researched so far. This is all the tech that's being built on this planet. In this order, it starts from the quickest and goes to the slowest. Then you have the population. If you remember, in the research tab, you have all those categories, you know. Yeah, well, this is focusing on the population. It starts with the population buildings, if you want, and so on. You know, you have all these, look, this is focusing on the research, espionage, finance, and in the beginning it's highly advised to go, at least I would highly advise to go for the quickest, because it's the quickest growing planet, if and only if you can afford it, meaning if you're not attacked. If you're attacked, or if I was to find here, for example, another race, maybe I would choose something else. But no, at the beginning of the game, no, I would still go for this. But I'll cancel probably my second transport because I queued 2 of them, and I'll start, I don't know, doing 1 destroyer or something, just for good measure. So yeah, this is again mediocre, small population. I don't really like that, because we want the big population, you know, because if you're capped at 4, your planet will not grow as much, and it will be very poor even late game, you know, with all the upgrades and stuff, and it's pretty bad. This is why I want yeah, you will not find many abundant planets, but you want at least something like this, and even this is too good. Hell, even this is good. I mean, if you see this smiley face with green, go for it. This is the type of planet that you'll be able to colonize late game, you know, with some researchers, which is pretty nice. So yeah, guys and girls, this is Pax Imperia. Pax Imperia Eminent Domain. Buy it if you love 4X games. Keep in mind what I said, and I'm sure you'll have some fun with this game, even if it's 30 years old, you know, because it's pretty damn nice. It's a nice game. Yeah, let's straight up colonize that one. In the beginning, this is everything you do, but later into the game, you'll see things will get more complicated. And yeah, you'll have a lot to manage, and you will want to take care of your research, plan accordingly, maybe put down everything on weapons and shielding, for example, and phase drive, and focus on these two, or maybe only on this, so you can but yeah, at the beginning you need population. It's a balancing act. Everything you do in here, it's a balancing act, and it's a very cool gameplay loop. Yeah, there's a lot to read, but for a game that old, it's not that bad. Anyway, guys, I'll do another episode in which we advance further into the game. I'll want to stop it because I don't want to make it too long, and to be honest with you, I want to see if it gets any traction. If it does, I'll do a second episode and we'll advance. I might even skip ahead, you know, so we will yeah, I'll start the episode. I don't know, it depends on how you want to do it. Tell me in the comments if you want me to start from this point and, I don't know, go for 10 more turns, 20 more turns, because I'm sure I'll meet some other race by that point, and we'll do some battles, we'll do some fleet designing, because yeah, I remember most of the game. It's freaking weird that I do, because usually I forget a lot of stuff, and yeah, I'm amazed I remember everything. Most of it anyway. It's nice to see. I'll not do Alzheimer anytime soon, I guess. But I have a problem, so I need to actually it's not that bad. Yeah, I need to colonize this one now.
Accepted.
Yeah. The transport, at this moment is not much I can do. I mean, yeah, We need robotic mining on all planets. But yeah, you can specialize some planets, you know, if you want espionage or research or stuff. It's a pretty cool balancing act you will need to do, because later you'll do a lot of espionage and all kinds of treaties with these bricks, you know, because they are pretty relentless, if you want. Some of them at least are expansionists, and if they don't have any more room to expand aggressively, they will just attack, you know, straight up, you know. It's as simple as that. The AI is, yeah, it's pretty basic, as you can imagine probably, but it's still challenging and fun. Anyway, I rambled enough. Tell me in the comments if you enjoyed this blast from the past, and yeah, see you in the next one, guys. So what do you think? Should we keep exploring this forgotten galaxy? I am seriously tempted to dig deeper, but I want to know if you are along for the ride, you know. Feel free to drop a comment with your favorite classic strategy games, or any games actually, not only strategy games. Or just let me know which of the 90s gems you think I should try next. So if you're into honest reactions and reviews, deep dives, and yeah, this new hunt for gaming's hidden treasures, hit that subscribe button and join me for more. Until next time, keep those retro vibes alive and keep gaming. See ya.